Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna compare the JBL BoomBox 3 to the BoomBox or the W-King X20 here. And we're gonna just unbox another unit because to do a 2v2 you need another unit. It's quite simple actually. Luckily I have a camera guy in this situation, which is very fortunate, which I like. I'm gonna do a quick little introduction here with the unboxing here. It's more fun to get more speakers with. So here we have it. We've seen this before. You get a little package here. Get some things. Get the strap here. Very nice strap indeed. And then you get two more cables here. You get a USB-C to USB-C cable right there. And then you get an aux cable if you want to go wired as well. And then of course the manual. Other than that, let's pick out the speaker. There we go. Let's take off the plastic here. And here is the unit. Nice. Let's go on with the comparison. See you guys. What's up guys, and welcome to the continuation part of this video. Yeah, as you could see the unboxing right there in front of us, and now I placed the two units in front of me. This is about 2 months later, so I've had some time to get to know the stereo setups. So right here we have two W-King X20s and two JBL BoomBox 3 speakers playing. They're both playing in their true wireless stereo setting, so yeah, it's gonna be quite cool. There is a lot of activities around me, football and whatnot, so yeah, there will be quite a lot of background noise in this test. However, I think those are the kind of scenarios that you find these speakers in, right, when there are other people outdoors as well. So it will be interesting to compete. Also, barely no wind, so that's really great. Yeah. I found a kind of secluded area that there are not too many people at, so yeah, hopefully it will stay that way. Other than that, let's begin. I'm gonna try to volume max them at around 50%, just because of the amount of background noise. It actually will be quite hard to hear the differences in sound quality if I were to play at lower volumes. However, I will try to make an indoor video as well that will try to showcase that as well. However, I'll just continue now, and yeah, let's begin at lower volumes. I'm gonna find a good song here to start off with. We're gonna start off with Hey by Clarks. It's a good song. The W-Kings are playing right now. BoomBox playing now. Just one now. Takes a bit of time for them to get synced up. Let's see when they start to play together. Interesting. W-King. BoomBox 3. It's just one BoomBox, the one on the right that's playing. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna check out. Okay, and now I've connected them, so let's do that from the start. I'll begin with the BoomBox 3s. W-King X20. BoomBox. W King. BoomBox. W King. BoomBox 3. X20. BoomBox 3. X20. Okay, that's enough for that song. Now I'm gonna step back a little bit here and we will play at around 60 to 70%, usually the sweet spot when it comes to the bass on these portable audio systems. And then for the last song, of course, I will go even further back and crank them to maximum volume. So let's see here. I'm gonna try to find another good song. Dance Floor by 3D Prototype. W King playing now. 70% volume. BoomBox playing now, also 70%. W King's playing. BoomBox 3 playing now. W King. BoomBox 3. W King. BoomBox 3. W King X20. Okay, that was it. And now let's go even further back here and crank them to maximum volume here. So now we're about 15 meters or so away from them. Might be a little bit longer, but yeah, around there. That's the sweet spot. So yeah, let's crank them to max here and go for Dangerous by Angel Playa. W King's playing now. BoomBox 3. W King X20. BoomBox 3. W King. BoomBox 3. W King. So yeah, that's it. Now let's step back a little bit closer and do the summary. Okay, so what is the conclusion in these kind of loud environments? Well, I think the problems, of course, with recording speakers and with background noise is that details, especially in the highs and mids, especially mids area, can get a bit, loses some detail while there are other sounds going on. So that's definitely something to mention in this video comparison. However, of course, when I crank them to the louder volumes, they disrupt all the background noise, so it's not as important. However, in this comparison, of course, we're going to talk about just the general specifications before we get into the audio details. They are both IPX60 or 7 waterproof, so they can be submerged underwater. And I think they are both dust resistant. At least BoomBox 3 is dust resistant. So they both float, they're both waterproof. The BoomBox 3 weighs 6.7 kilos. The W King X20 weighs 7.1 kilos. So there is definitely some weight difference right there. You get the strap, so I would say though that the W King is the more portable option, even though it's 400 grams or about a pound heavier than the JBL. It also got a significantly bigger battery than the JBL, which the JBL is around 66 watt hours and the W King is at 110 or 108 watt hours around there. So it's quite much bigger, and it's actually slightly bigger than the new JBL BoomBox 4's battery as well. So it's still bigger. Both have the same driver setup. They got one big woofer in the middle, then two mid-range drivers and 2 tweeters. The JBL did a fancy thing where they stacked the tweeters on top of the mid-range drivers, which of course is quite cool. I mean, if you can make that work, that is of course more efficient. But one thing I do notice now when we talk about sound quality is that the W King definitely seems like a wider sound in general and gives a much bigger presence, even if it's a 1 versus 1 or now 2 versus 2. The JBL sounds a bit more narrow, I would say, and maybe it has something to do with the way they stack the drivers. Could be it. The W King also has USB-C charging in, out, and USB-A, so it's very versatile, whilst the JBL uses an AC plug, which is not as versatile. Yeah, that is something to mention as well. The JBL, of course, is compatible with the JBL Party Boost system, whilst the W King can only be paired to another W King. So if you want to have multiple units playing simultaneously, JBL is the only way to go here. They both have aux and whatnot, but you can use SD card playback on the W King as well. Now sound quality. At lower volumes, I think the JBL sounds definitely... it has a bit more treble in general, I would say, which might stand out and might give a bit of a presence. However, I think the W King, even though my EQ actually, now that I think of it, and at this kind of position, it is definitely maybe too much bass, because the bass was kind of overwhelming for the W King at these lower volumes, while the JBL kind of had some balance at the lower volumes. But when we push them, I think the W King comes in its own. It sounds, when we talk around 70% volume, I think it sounds more dynamic than the JBL. The JBL still has quite a lot of deep bass, but the W King is starting to retain even more bass compared to the other range of the spectrum, is the sense I'm getting here. It's also not as sharp sounding as the JBL, which has quite a sharp sound the louder you push it, and it's quite pleasant, honestly, the W King. When we're talking max volume, you can hear quite clearly the W King is definitely not even close to the louder option here. It is not only louder, it has more bass, and it's a more dynamic sound, which is more pleasant to listen to, while the JBL, even though it has some bass, it is mostly just treble at that point. Something to mention though is the W King was distorting a bit, but I would turn it down 1 notch maybe, and the distortion would most of it would disappear. But it's not super unpleasant distortion, it's mainly when the bass is going at its hardest in the songs. So yeah, that is a bit of a toss-up here. I do think the JBL BoomBox 3 now has come down quite a bit in price, which is good to see, but the W King is still the cheaper option. For me, it would be around $100 cheaper, or about 90-80 euros cheaper than the JBL BoomBox 3. But in this comparison, I think the W King definitely takes the cake here outdoors when you're listening at these volumes. I just think it gives more customizability with the EQ. The JBL does not support, these JBL units does not support EQ when you're playing in with 2 or more. So yeah, I think the W King here performed quite very well compared to the JBL BoomBox 3. So I think, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this little video, and if you have any thoughts or questions that I might have forgotten to answer, please leave them down below, and I'll try to make more videos as soon as possible. So yeah, take care and see you in the next one.